Hi students, myself Mr. Madhav Jadhav, and today we are going to study about a chapter that is molecular basis of inheritance, under which we are going to discuss about the types of nucleic acids present in living organisms. What are nucleic acids? You have already studied in 11th standard. These are nothing but one of the type of biomolecules like carbohydrate, proteins and lipids. So first listen here, how many different types of nucleic acids? So there are two types of nucleic acids, that one is called as DNA and another one is called as RNA. This DNA is the deoxyribose nucleic acid and RNA is the ribose nucleic acid. Of the two types of nucleic acids, this DNA is act as the genetic material in most of the life here living organisms. What is the meaning for genetic material? Means this is a material which is responsible to determine a particular character in living organism, and while the process of inheritance it transmitted to the next generation, means that is from parents to offsprings. The next type of nucleic acid, that is called as RNA, that is act as the genetic material in some viruses, but those non-genetic RNA molecules, they are involved in the process of protein synthesis. And on that basis, means how they are involved in the process of protein synthesis. On that basis, there are three different types of RNA. That one is called as messenger RNA, second one is called as transfer RNA, and third one is called as ribosomal RNA. Then listen, these nucleic acids were first of all discovered by the scientist of Frederick Mischer during the year 1869. He first of all called them nuclei, but due to presence of a phosphoric acid is one of the component of these molecules, and they were first of all discovered from the region of nucleus. Later on they are called as nucleic acids. These nucleic acids are the polymers and macrobiomolecules and consist of numbers of nucleotides. Means these nucleotides are nothing but the monomers, or they are the units of nucleic acids. The next listen, if nucleic acids consist of nucleotides, then nucleotides consist of what? So this nucleotide consists of three components, in which the first one is called as a pentose sugar. That pentose sugar is nothing but one of the 5 carbon containing monosaccharide. A second component is the phosphoric acid, and third components are the nitrogen bases. Then first listen about the pentose sugar. What type of pentose sugars are present in nucleic acids like DNA and RNA? The first pentose sugar, that is called as ribose sugar, that is present in RNA, and second is called as deoxyribose sugar, that is present in DNA. Both are pentose because both are having 5 numbers of carbon atoms in their structure. Listen to the formula of ribose sugar, that is C5H10O5, and the formula of deoxyribose sugar is C5H10O4, means one less oxygen is present in deoxyribose sugar as compared to the structure of a ribose sugar. Okay, so listen their structures. Ribose sugar and deoxyribose sugar both consist of pentagonal rings, and in that pentagonal rings the first member is the oxygen and the remaining are the carbon atoms like numbered as 1, 2, 3 and 4, and the fifth carbon atom that is present outside the ring which get attached on carbon number 4. Then the carbon atoms of a ring 1, 2, 3, 4, they are characterized by presence of one hydrogen atom on there, but the fifth carbon atom which is present outside the ring, that is characterized by presence of two hydrogen atoms. Then there are presence of OH groups on carbon number first, carbon number second, carbon number third and carbon number fifth in case of ribose sugar. Then listen to the deoxyribose sugar, how it is differentiated from the ribose sugar. Actually, there is the difference of one oxygen in between these two sugar molecules, and that difference is at the carbon number second. Actually, this deoxyribose sugar is also having a pentagonal ring in which the first member is oxygen, remaining are the four carbon numbered as 1, 2, 3, 4. Carbon number fifth is outside the ring, that is characterized by presence of two hydrogen atoms, but the carbon atoms of rings, they are characterized by presence of one hydrogen atom. But the difference between these two sugar molecules, that is at carbon number second, that is there is presence of only hydrogen, means one oxygen is less on carbon number second, means there is absence of a OH group, less one oxygen is there, and that's why the sugar molecule is called as deoxyribose sugar. So these are the two types of pentose sugar, of which this ribose is present in RNA and deoxyribose is present in DNA. Okay, so this is about the first component of nucleotide, that is pentose sugar. One is ribose sugar and another one is deoxyribose sugar. Come to the second component of that nucleotide, that is phosphoric acid. This phosphoric acid having formula H3PO4, and in structure on a phosphorus there are presence of three reactive OH groups with one oxygen joined by two bonds. That is the structure of phosphoric acid, and this phosphoric acid is present in both DNA as well as RNA. And I have already told, due to presence of phosphoric acid, these molecules, they are called as nucleic acids. Okay, this is about the phosphoric acid. Then come to the third components. These are the nitrogen bases. These nitrogen bases are also called as heterocyclic compounds. Why they are called as heterocyclic compounds? Because these nitrogen bases, they are basically are of two types. One purines, another pyrimidines, in which the purines are dicyclic. Dicyclic means two rings are present in structure of purines, one hexagonal and another pentagonal. That's why it is called as dicyclic. And pyrimidines are monocyclic, means there is presence of only one hexagonal ring-like structure is present there, and that's why it is called as monocyclic. But these purines are of two types, that one is called as adenine, which is simply represented by A, and another one is guanine, which is represented by Z. Then the pyrimidines, they are, which are monocyclic, and these pyrimidines, they are of three types. That one is cytosine, represented by C, thymine, represented by T, and uracil, represented by U. Then come to the next point, that is nucleoside, nucleotide and polynucleotide. Just we have studied about the three types of components of nucleotides. Like one is pentose sugar, second one is the phosphoric acid, and third are the nitrogenous bases. Now we are going to study how these three components they get reacts with each other. First of all, there is the reaction takes place between a nitrogenous base and a pentose sugar, and that leads to the formation of a nucleoside. So how can we define the nucleoside? Nucleoside means when a nitrogenous base, that may be the adenine, guanine, cytosine or thymine in DNA, or adenine, guanine, cytosine and uracil in RNA, that nitrogen base when linked on first carbon of pentose sugar, that may be the ribose sugar or deoxyribose sugar, there is formation of one nucleoside. Already I have told the structure of pentose sugar, that is having a pentagonal ring in which oxygen is the first member and remaining are the 4 carbon atoms of that ring. Fifth carbon is present outside the ring. This is a pentose sugar, and on the pentose sugar at carbon number first, this is the carbon number first, there is attachment, there is the linkage of one nitrogen base, any one nitrogen base. I have told the types of nitrogenous bases, that may be the adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine, any type of nitrogen base. When it get linked at the carbon number first of that sugar molecule, there is formation of one nucleoside, and the bond formation takes place at this position, that is nothing but the glycosidic bond. That bond is called as a glycosidic bond. Means you have to keep in mind how one nucleoside formation takes place when a nitrogen base is linked to the carbon number first of pentose sugar molecule with the help of a glycosidic bond. There is formation of a nucleoside. Then what is one nucleotide? One nucleotide means when a phosphate, that is nothing but the phosphoric acid, when a phosphate linked on a fifth carbon of pentose sugar, with the help of a bond that is called as phosphoester bond. This is the carbon number 5th which is present outside the ring. Carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3, carbon number 4, and this is the carbon number 5th, where there is one phosphate group is attached and linked with the help of a bond that is called as phosphoester bond, that is called as a phosphoester bond. So in this way there is formation of a one nucleotide. Means you have to keep in mind how there is formation of a one nucleotide. First of all, to form the nucleotide there is formation of a nucleoside, and one nucleoside, that is nothing but the one nitrogen base plus pentose sugar. That is reaction takes place at carbon number first with the help of bond that is called as glycosidic bond. And when one phosphate is attached on the carbon number fifth with the help of a bond that is called as phosphoester bond, there is formation of a one nucleotide. This is called as one nucleotide. So you have to keep in mind, one nucleotide is nothing but one pentose sugar, one nitrogen base, and one phosphate group, a phosphoric acid. So this is about one nucleotide. The next we are going to study about the how many different types of nucleosides present in DNA and how many nucleotides in DNA, as well as types of nucleosides in RNA and types of nucleotides in RNA. So first of all, listen to the types of nucleosides in a DNA molecule. Just I have told you nucleoside is nothing but a one nitrogen base, that may be the adenine, linked to the carbon number first of the pentose sugar. And you know that in case of DNA, there is pentose sugar is a deoxyribose sugar. When the reaction takes place between adenine and deoxyribose sugar, there is formation of a nucleoside that is called as deoxyadenosine. That is called as deoxyadenosine. In the same way, when guanine is react with the deoxyribose sugar, there is formation of deoxyguanosine. That is called as deoxyguanosine. This is the second nucleoside. Then third nitrogen base in DNA, that is called as cytosine. When it reacts with the deoxyribose sugar, there is formation of a nucleoside that is called as deoxycytidine. That is called as deoxycytidine. Deoxycytidine. And the fourth type of nitrogen base present in DNA molecule, that is called as thymine. When it reacts with the pentose sugar like deoxyribose sugar, there is formation of deoxythymidine. That is called as deoxythymidine. So these are the four types of nucleosides in a DNA molecule. And nucleoside is nothing but the pentose sugar plus nitrogen base. That is nitrogen base and pentose sugar. Adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine. Four types of nitrogenous bases present in DNA. That's why there are formation of four types of nucleosides in DNA. But when the phosphate is attached on that nucleoside at carbon number fifth, there is formation of a nucleotide. Then listen how there is formation of nucleotide in a DNA molecule. When this deoxyadenosine, that is nothing but the nucleoside, reacts with a phosphate. Here phosphate is linked on the carbon number fifth of that deoxyadenosine. There is formation of a nucleotide that is called as deoxyadenilic. That is called as deoxyadenilic acid. Second type, when deoxyguanosine, that is the second nucleoside to which the phosphate is linked, there is formation of a second type of nucleotide in DNA that is called as deoxyguanilic acid. Then the third type, that is deoxycytidine plus phosphate, there is formation of deoxycytidilic acid. That is called as deoxycytidilic acid. And the fourth type, when the deoxythymidine plus phosphate, there is formation of deoxythymidilic acid. Thymidinic acid. In this way, the DNA is characterized by presence of four types of nucleotides. Like one is called as deoxyadenylic acid, second one is called as deoxyguanylic acid, third one is called as deoxycytidinic acid, and fourth one is called as deoxythymidinic acid. These four types of nucleotides in DNA molecule, they reacts with each others again and again, and they are going to make the DNA molecule. The next, listen about the type of nucleosides and nucleotides in case of RNA molecule. First, in case of RNA molecule, how there is formation of a nucleoside when a adenine nitrogen base reacts with a pentose sugar at its carbon number first with the help of glycosidic bond. There is formation of a nucleoside that is called as adenosine. But on that adenosine, when there is the attachment or linkage of phosphate group at carbon number 5th, there is formation of a nucleotide that is called as adenylic acid. Second, nitrogen base is guanine, sugar is ribose, formation of nucleoside that is called as guanosine, and on that guanosine, when the phosphate group is linked, there is formation of a guanylic acid, that is the second nucleotide in RNA. The third one is nitrogen base is cytosine, sugar molecule is ribose, nucleoside is cytidine, on which the phosphate is linked at the carbon number 5th. There is formation of a cytidinic acid. And the last type of nucleotide and nucleoside in RNA, that is the nitrogen base is uracil, sugar molecule is ribose sugar, nucleoside is uridine, and on which the phosphate group is linked, there is formation of a uridylic acid. That is the fourth type of nucleotide in RNA. Means you have to keep in mind, in DNA, thymine is present, and in RNA, uracil is present. That is the characteristic feature of DNA and RNA respectively. Otherwise, adenine, guanine, cytosine, they are present both in DNA as well as RNA. So this is about the types of nucleosides and nucleotides present in DNA as well as RNA. Then next, there is one more term that is called as polynucleotide. What is this polynucleotide? Poly for many, that is nothing but the chain of many nucleotides. Chain of many nucleotides is called as polynucleotide. So these four types of nucleotide in DNA and four types of nucleotides in RNA, respectively, they are going to react with each other and forms the DNA molecule as well as RNA molecule. But when these nucleotides, chain of many nucleotides, they react with each other with the help of a bond that is called as phosphodiester bond. That is called as phosphodiester bond. There is formation of a chain in the form of a polynucleotide. Then listen how this polynucleotide chain formation takes place. This is one nucleotide. This is called as deoxyadenylic acid. This is called as deoxythymidinic acid. This is called as deoxycytidinic acid. This is called as deoxyguanylic acid. And this is called as deoxyadenylic acid. So these nucleotides, they occur repeatedly again and again, and forms a long chain in the form of a polynucleotide, and the bond formation takes place between two adjacent nucleotides, that is called as phosphodiester bond. So where the phosphodiester bond takes place, that is takes place at the carbon number third of one nucleotide and carbon number 5 of a second nucleotide. This is the third and fifth. Carbon number third and fifth. Carbon number third and fifth. So in this way, there is phosphodiester bond formation takes place, and the nucleotide get reacts with each other, and there is formation of a polynucleotide chain. Now this polynucleotide chain is going to make the DNA molecule, because in this polynucleotide chain there is presence of thymine as a nitrogen base, and presence of thymine is nothing but the characteristic feature of a DNA molecule. But you have to keep in mind the DNA is characterized by presence of such type of two polynucleotide chains, and that's why that DNA molecule is called as double stranded. Okay, so in next part we are going to study about how these two polynucleotide chain they reacts with each other, and there is formation of a double stranded DNA molecule. Okay, thank you.